Today, let's talk about giving thanks. As we approach the holiday season and Thanksgiving, it's pretty easy for us to think about all the things that we're thankful for, that, everything that's happened to us, all the blessings that we've had over the past year. It's pretty easy to stop and think about those things. But after we pass Thanksgiving, sometimes it just seems like as the months continue to pass by, so do we tend to forget that we are thankful, that, we aren't quite as mindful. Our prayers seem to become less and less about being thankful and more about what we want, what we need. Kind of like kids at Christmas time. We want to be on our best behavior because we want to make sure that we can get what we want. And that's all our focus is about is what we want. And but after that, it's like we put that kind of on the back burner. And so I'm thinking sometimes we do that in our thankful life, that after Thanksgiving passes and the holidays pass and we get back into our daily routine, then we aren't as mindful about everything that we're thankful for. And if it's like that old saying says, that if we only woke up today with what we thanked God for yesterday, what would we really have? And so, I think sometimes in our life that we just kind of get our focus off of being thankful. I mean, how many times have you sent a gift or done some act of kindness, and the person receiving it never took a few minutes to send a thank you card, or never even took time to call or a text and just say, thank you, I appreciate that. But, how many times do we do that to God, that is so giving to us, that is so mindful of our needs? I mean, His word says that He knows exactly what we need before we ever even think or ask it. But, how many times do we expect Him to always take care of our needs, but yet we don't expect to say, okay, I need to stop and take time to be thankful for what God has provided, for His protection, or whatever it is that particular day that God has done for you, that you've actually taken time to say, thank you for that. I think sometimes we just get so busy in life that we are just going through the motions every day, trying to get the kids to school, trying to get homework, trying to get dinner, trying to, get everything ready for the next day. And I think that we let the busyness of life overtake our thoughts of thankfulness. And so as you start this next week and we go into the Thanksgiving holiday, take some time to sit down as a family and say, what are you thankful for? What are you hoping for this next year? And make that a daily or a weekly thing, that you sit down as a family and just say, I want to be thankful for this, or I want to be thankful for that. I want to thank God for His provision for that job. I want to thank God for His protection in this area. I want to thank God for these new friends that He's brought me. I want to thank Him for this new life group. I want to thank Him for my church family. I mean, I want to thank Him for my health. I mean, there's so many things that God does for us every single day that we seem to take for granted a lot of times. But like I said, if we woke up tomorrow with only the things that we had thanked for God for today, what would we have? So I'm hoping that in this next week that will be really mindful, that you will be really paying attention to just the smallest things to say thank you. I know as a parent myself that, whenever we do things for our kids and they just seem to be so unappreciative of it, it makes you want to do it less. And so, it makes me think that sometimes, I know that God doesn't think like what we think, and that's not His mindset. But, I just know as a parent, it's always nice to hear that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for doing that. It's always very nice to hear those words. So I'm hoping when you go through this next week, I'm hoping that you will be able to stop and say thank you for the small things, for the big things, for all the things that God has done for you and your family. Teach your children how to say thank you, to be appreciative of the small things just as they are the big things. So I hope this week's message has been a blessing to you, and I hope it's been helpful to you.